So it's never a good sign if your own daughter doesn't endorse you or even tell the world to go out and vote. Where's Ivanka? Where's Ivanka? We've been asking that question for quite some time, but now on election day, she's not even posting anything about voting, but she is making posts about herself. Let's take a look at what she's posting. Well, on Instagram, she writes, "This past week, I turned 43 with this photograph of her." She also made some posts of herself lifting weights. I checked out her Instagram story. Maybe there would be something, at least on the story, that says, go out and vote. Nope, it's just a photo of her with a birthday cake. What's interesting, too, as you go through her post on Twitter, she says all of these things. Not once does she mention voting at all. Talk about this right now. She goes, "This past week I turned 43. Reflecting on life's lessons, here are some truths I've learned along the way." I'll just read you some of these because if I keep reading, it'll get a little boring. But each one of these truths also seems to be a slam at Donald Trump because he doesn't follow these truths. She goes, "Family and friends are everything. Forgive people. It frees you more than anyone else." Yeah, like Donald Trump ever forgave anybody. She goes, "Everyone was sent to teach you something. Every person you meet holds a mirror to a lesson your soul needs to grow." And I'm sure that's something that Donald Trump takes to heart. She goes, "Avoid gossip." Literally, Donald Trump launders in lies and rumors and falsehoods and defamation. Then she goes, "Trust yourself, identify your core values, and live in alignment with them. This may mean setting firm boundaries for yourself with others." I mean, Donald Trump was literally simulating oral sex on a microphone this past week. She goes, "Nourish your body." Get sunshine daily. Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it faith. Bring awareness to your hidden patterns. Strong body, strong mind. Move your body daily. Lift weights. Play sports. Again, another strive for 3 daily wins: a physical win, a mental win, and a spiritual win. There's more of these. Guard your peace. Be open to the truth wherever it leads. So this is what she's posting on election day or in the lead up to election day. But of course, why would you want to be affiliated with Donald? I mean, last night on stage when Donald Trump had other family members, Donald Trump starts calling Nancy Pelosi the B word. I mean, just think about that. You go through Ivanka's list right there. He calls Nancy Pelosi the B word. Here, play that clip from last night.
She's a crooked person. She's a bad person. Evil. She's an evil, sick, crazy, bad. Oh, no. It starts with a B, but I won't say it. I want to say it.
And then I think about this clip as well. This is how Donald Trump had previously talked about Ivanka. What kind of father talks about his daughter like this? Play this clip.
She does have a very nice figure. I've said that if Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. You know?
Okay, Ivanka, what's the favorite thing you have in common with your father?
Either real estate or golf.
Donald, with your daughter?
Well, I was going to say sex, but I can't relate that.
If I weren't happily married and, you know, her father.
My daughter, Ivanka.
Yeah.
She's 6 feet tall. She's got the best body.
By the way, your daughter.
She's beautiful.
Can I say this? A piece of ass.
Yeah.
She looks more voluptuous than ever.
She's actually always been very voluptuous.
It's
she's tall. She's almost 6 feet.
You going up the escalator? I'm going to be dating her in 10 years. Can you believe it?
You know, and I know Ivanka's trying to like rebrand herself for Gen Z young ladies, but it ain't going to work. I mean, people know, Ivanka, how complicit you are in all of this. But Gen Z's listening to the massive TikTok trend going viral about how Donald Trump speaks about women. So, Ivanka, you can try to, hide, from what you actually did back in 2016 to 2020. But America ain't buying it. This is Gen Z women who are out there making their voices heard. Play this clip.
I moved on her, and I failed. I'll admit it. Whoa. I did try and fuck her. She was married.
That's huge news, Sarah.
No, Nancy. Yeah. No, this was marriages. And I moved on her very heavily. In fact, I took her out furniture shopping. She wanted to get some furniture. I said, I'll show you where they have some nice furniture. I took her out furniture. I moved on her like a bitch, but I couldn't get there. And she was married. And all of a sudden, I see her. She's now got the big phony tits and everything. She's totally changed her look. I got to use some Tic Tacs just in case I start kissing her. You know, I'm automatically attracted to beautiful. I just start kissing them. It's like a magnet. You just kiss. I don't even wait. And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything.
Whatever you want.
Grab them by the pussy. Do anything.
Pull the hell.
Because of course, Ivanka, we all remember when you took a White House position when nobody wanted you there. China granted you 18 trademarks in 2 months. They expedited all of your trademarks. You got to cut the line. You and Jared Kushner made $640 million while working in the White House. So it's always like, I've always just found it such trash whenever, Donald Trump and MAGA were like, Hunter Biden this, Hunter Biden that. And what were they referring to? Like a $2,000 car payment, down payment that President Biden gave for Hunter when President Biden was not even running for any office, when he wasn't even the vice president. But yeah, sure. Ivanka and Jared make $640 million. They buy a $24 million, what they call a fixer-upper on Indian Creek Island in Florida. That's nice, a $24 million fixer-upper. While the Saudi Crown Prince, MBS, says that Jared Kushner is in his pocket. He says that Jared Kushner will do whatever he wants to do. And of course, we know that Jared Kushner got about $2 billion from the Saudi Sovereign Wealth Fund to manage, even though he's not a money manager, when he left the White House after it was reported that Kushner gave MBS an enemies list to Saudi Arabia, and then as a result, MBS engaged in a mass purge and killing of people on said enemies list. Remember when Ivanka would go to the G20 and rather than have like a real diplomat, Donald Trump would send Ivanka, and it would just embarrass us, and none of the world leaders would like even want to look at Ivanka, and she would like try to like get in the circle, and they're like, why are you here? Remember that? Play this clip.
Yes, but there's a lot of social justice. And if
it's all, yeah.
As soon as you start talking about the economic aspect of it, though,
yeah.
A lot of people start listening who wouldn't otherwise listen.
And the same with the defense side of it.
Yeah.
In terms of the whole sort of business. It's been very male-dominated. So.
Hey, Ben Meiselas here. I just wanted to highlight the stakes of this election relating to our climate. Voters this election face a clear choice on climate action. Throughout this election season, we've seen the stakes in real time, from Trump's billion-dollar promise to big oil CEOs to the damage caused by Hurricanes Helene and Milton. Vice President Kamala Harris broke the tie for the world's largest ever clean energy investment, creating over 330,000 jobs and sparking a manufacturing boom. Her opportunity economy would expand the success, lowering costs and creating good-paying jobs while tackling the climate crisis. In contrast, Donald Trump represents a threat to this progress. His embrace of big oil's Project 2025 agenda would gut the clean energy plan, risking 1.7 million jobs and raising energy costs. States like Pennsylvania and Georgia would lose tens of thousands of jobs, and rural America would be hit hardest. The Biden-Harris clean energy plan has brought billions of dollars in investment and thousands of new jobs, especially in Republican districts. Killing this plan isn't just a blow to clean energy, it's an attack on American jobs and innovation. Harris is building a sustainable economy. Trump would tear it down. Climate is one of the most important issues to us here at the MeidasTouch Network, so I wanted to make sure that we clearly laid out the stakes. Now, let's get back to the video.
Then I'll give you a throwback right now. Here's one of the videos that we made, just to refresh your recollection, back in 2020. We called it By Ivanka. And we wrote, Ivanka Trump, you're an absolute disgrace to this country. Since we made this video, the death count has nearly quadrupled. Your legacy is pain, suffering, and death, and you will never be welcomed back into society. She's been trying, though. Here's the video that we made. Play this clip.
Your journey to this day did not come without challenges, sacrifices, determination, grit, sweat, and likely even a few tears.
tear gas is now being fired.
An entirely peaceful protest.
Our entire society is engaged in a national endeavor to take care of the safety and well-being of our people.
You have to dominate the streets.
You are a wartime graduate.
Go inside now! Get in the hell!
In my own life, I found that my greatest personal growth has arisen from times of discomfort and uncertainty.
The Chinese government awarded Ivanka 7 new trademarks.
Hours later, she dined with the Chinese president at her father's Mar-a-Lago resort.
Ivanka Trump and Jared Kushner earned at least $82 million last year.
Throughout our history, brave men and women have faced daunting challenges, and they have embraced the adventure.
President Trump was briefly taken to the White House underground bunker.
I had deferments because I had a foot thing, and I had deferment for that.
An 8-foot-high fence has been put up at the White House.
No person will be unchanged from living through this present hardship.
We also made one about Jared Kushner that said, we called it He Went to Jared back in 2020. I'll play it for you.
My name is Jared Kushner. I am senior advisor to President Donald J. Trump.
One day he said, I want to come down and I want to have peace in the Middle East.
It's a perfectly qualified team.
How is that?
No, I was joking. The feeling in the room was thrilled.
The proposal crafted by President Trump's son-in-law was considered dead on arrival.
Ivanka Trump and Jared Kushner earned at least $82 million last year.
Jared Kushner was denied security clearance over concerns about foreign influence, private business interests.
Do you pose a grave national security concern to the country? The curious coincidence of Jared Kushner's failure to secure an investment from Qatar before he advised Donald Trump to support the Saudis' damaging blockade against the country.
The Crown Prince is boasting that Kushner was, quote, in his pocket.
The coronavirus hitting all-time highs.
Unnamed White House officials have described your role as being something of running a shadow task force.
So PPE has been sporadic.
The notion of the federal stockpile was it's supposed to be our stockpile. It's not supposed to be state stockpiles that they then use.
Now more than 125,000 lives lost.
40 million people have lost their jobs.
The federal government rose to the challenge, and this is a great success story. The hope is that by July, the country's really rocking again.
Jared's done an outstanding job.
So there you have it. I mean, let me just finally, I guess, leave you with this video that I saw today. This right here is this is from CNN. It's a voter, you know, and what we can reflect on is that real men think about their daughters and future daughters before casting their votes today. And that's why they're supporting Vice President Kamala Harris. I want you to watch this clip. Here, play this clip.
Who did you vote for today?
I voted for Kamala Harris.
Why is that?
I have 3 daughters, 4 children overall, and women's rights is pretty important to them and my daughters. Sorry, I'm getting a little emotional about that. I didn't think that I was going to do that, but, you know, just their bodies, their choice type of a mentality. You know, I want them to grow up in a world that's welcoming to everybody. So yeah, that's why I cast my vote today.
Think about what that man said versus the pathetic stuff that Donald Trump was saying about his own daughter, Ivanka. And Donald Trump now says that he wants to be the person who protects women, whether they like it or not. He's going to come into your home and make sure that he's the one who protects your wife or sister or mother or daughter. It's going to be Donald Trump, someone who found liable for sexual assault. Disgusting. Well, if you haven't voted today, please go. Make sure you vote while voting's still open. Get out there, vote. Encourage people to vote. Let's get out the word to vote. We still have some time, folks. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 4 million subscribers.
Love this video? Make sure you stay up to date on the latest breaking news and all things Midas by signing up to the MeidasTouch newsletter at MeidasTouch.com/newsletter.